Hello, thank you for tuning into this week's section of readings. Or these readings are valid for whenever you come to them, but this current incarnation. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Ghost Tarot. If I can get it over in the right spot so you can see it. Artwork by David Cossey. Let me get my glasses on to read that one. Cozy, Cozzi, and there's websites in the back here, which I'm not even gonna. I think it's less great. Bleh. Nope, can't speak today, but they're right there. If you're interested in the websites, go for them. There you go. The Oracle cards, Sword of Light Oracle by Radley Valentine, illustrations by Echo Chernick. That's what this box looks like. And there's the website. Where's the website? Here's the websites I found in the book here. So feel free to freeze frame and check anything out there that's interesting to you. I think there's a Radley Valentine one in there, so feel free to check anything out that works in your favor. And last but not least, I use dice, a 22-sided dice, substituting 22 for 0 for the Fool, and a 14-sided dice for the Minor Arcana, and I use a 4-sided dice to choose the element to dictate which suit of the Minor Arcana I'm going to use. It's from the Dice Shop, and the website is mathartfun.com. Hopefully you can see that if you want to. mathartfun.com. All right, with that being said, if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thanks again for watching. Let's get into your reading. Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Sagittarius? I like to read cards right side up, but lately this deck likes to give me a lot of them upside down. I'm saying that, and there's only one upside down, but a little bit of drama, a little bit of drama. A door opening. These cards, by the way, they have words under them, but a lot of times I read what I'm getting from the picture, from the image, so in case that matters. If you like what's on the card, knock your socks off, go with it, but I'm probably going to be reading off the image, just so you know. So, the situation, there's been a lot going on. Is that... What is this? I'm going to use my glasses because that looks strange to me. It's the 9 of Pentacles. Okay. And I think it looks like there's leaves, but I think it's supposed to be birds. Yeah, it's birds. These red birds. And it's kind of like... It's funny, not funny, I suppose. Bats in the Belfry here. Things are going so fast and whipping around me that I just feel like I'm losing my mind. And I feel like you're getting a lot done, but you seem to be questioning it. It's almost like you're like, I don't feel like anything's getting done. I feel like nothing's going. I'm constantly running and nothing's getting done. I'm constantly working and nothing's getting done. Things are going, but it's like there's so much going on around you, and I feel like your energy is being pulled so many ways that it's starting to feel like what I need to get done is not happening. It's just not happening the way I want to, or at least not as fast, not as much. I feel like I should be getting a lot more out of the effort I'm putting in. Whatever this is, whatever this part of your life this is going to connect with, it does seem that you flat out wanted to do it. It seemed like a good idea. It made good sense. It was like, this is right. And it happened really fast. It all came right into position. But it doesn't seem like I'm getting out of it what I need to. It's like, this isn't adding up the way I thought it would. I keep getting that. This is not adding up the way I thought it would. I don't understand why I'm doing so much work and I'm getting out little. I'm only getting a little out of it. Why is this happening? And I feel like you realize you need to get more out of this. This is Sag. So, okay. You have your natural dynamic. We're going to center on that. Or this. That. Okay. You got the Lovers card coming in and the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is also showing up in the environment. It's about to come forward, but it's kind of like, why do I have to wait my whole life? It's kind of like, really? Why do I have to wait my whole life? If you're feeling like things are a madhouse, like it's crazy, everything's all over the place, it's a madhouse. I feel like for some of you, this may sound a lot easier than it actually is. You need a time to just relax and just pull back your energy so you can sort out and evaluate what's going on. This might be very, very hard. It's my impression that when Sagittarius gets stressed, the urge to physically move gets really strong, and it's really hard to not just keep moving. It's kind of like, I gotta get this done, I gotta move. I can't just sit here and think, I gotta do that. I can't just sit here and read this, I gotta do that. I can't just sit here and talk with you, I gotta do this. And the energy is like boom, 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 going all over the place. It's ironic that it's kind of like, this is out of balance. What is this? King of Pentacles, reversed. It's like, I've gotten very devoted to not stopping and slowing down. But the thing is, how do you do this and be okay with it or be at peace with it? How do you do that? Because it's kind of like, I need a moment to really sort out what's going on. And especially with social media and all that technology out there nowadays, even if you're physically away from a location, sometimes it's hard to disconnect from it still. So for example, say it's work, maybe it's a work situation, but if you have connections with people at work, even if you take a day off, I feel like this happens to Sag a lot, you take a day off, but people are sending you messages, people are asking you this, people are asking you that. It can be very difficult, whatever category it is. Or if it's a family thing, people send you messages all the time anyway. So it's almost like finding yourself a place where you can get away from it and be happy. And then, for me, sometimes I will literally turn off the phone. It's just off. You can send me messages, I'm not going to get them. It's off. Then the next step is going to be to like work it out. Just let yourself think it out without panicking. I don't know if panicking is the fair word to use, but there's like an anxious energy that comes in. It's kind of like I start thinking about it and then I need to do. I'm thinking about it, now I need to do. It's kind of like pulling back and letting yourself prioritize and sort out what's working for you and what's not working for you. This could be difficult. If you're able to do that, you might be able to sort all this out and put this where it needs to go for you to be happy. It can be a challenge. It's Sagittarius's natural energy to keep going, to go. Oh, stress. Let's move. It's hard. But if you're able to do that, you can put yourself back, or for some of you, maybe put yourself in a situation that actually works the way you want it to, and you can get what you want out of it. Even though Sagittarius' natural energy is to continue to move, it's the balance between doing what you need to do, doing what you need to do for others, and doing what you need to do for yourself. And balancing all what has to be done by itself, what you want to do for others, and then what you want to do for yourself. And that doesn't have to be in that order, in whatever you see fit order. But if you're able to balance those and make sure you do enough for yourself to keep your energy in a positive place and not let any of the other two overrun you, this actually could work. And by stepping back and really sorting it out and going, wait a minute, I get up, say you get up at 6:30 in the morning and you go to bed at 9:30 at night, just for argument's sake. So it's kind of like, all right, that's 15 hours. Of those 15 hours, a good 10 to 12, I am helping one person, one situation, and then the rest of it goes to the second thing. Where's mine? I barely, this one situation took up so much of the day, way more than it should. And then the other situation took over what was left. I didn't get anything for me. This isn't right. But it's kind of like, wait a minute, I gotta bring that way down. This isn't right. This one situation should not be taking up 10 to 12 hours of my day. And for a lot of Sagittariuses, I feel like a lot of times that's work. Kind of like, wait a minute, I get paid for 8 hours, but I'm working 12? What's going on here? What's happening? If you step back and you see it, it's easier to make those decisions. And then it's kind of advised, like maybe weekly for a while, maybe monthly after you get better at it, to keep evaluating, like, I know what I need to do to pull it back. Am I doing that? If the way I'm doing it isn't working, how else can I handle it to find a different way to regulate this so I'm not giving this one situation, 10 to 12 hours when it's only supposed to have 5 or even 8 if it's a job. You know how it goes. Other people may not like that. But, sometimes that's not what's important. Some people don't like when you have what you have. It's realizing that, sometimes people just don't like it because they feel like if you do your fair share, that means they have to do their fair share. And they don't like that. They're like, no, you do yours and a little bit of mine, and then I can do more of what I want. People do that. I'm sorry, but people do that. I don't think that's news, but I think it's more often than not. People are looking to like, well, if you're going to do it, I'll let you do it. And then they get used to it. And then they're like, no, I got used to doing less. I want to do 70% of the work and get 100% of the pay for it. For what? I want to do 70% but get 100% pay. And I want you to do 130% work and then you only get the 100%. Like, so if it's a dollar per percent, I want to do 70% and get $100, and I want you to do 130 and get $100, and then I'm happy because I got more. That people get used to that. And when you realize that's happening, you're like, wait a minute, no, I need to pull that back. Because they seem to feel like you're their ship coming in. Like you can do what they want. You can do part of their job. And that might be for a lot of you. I feel like that happens to Sag. You're probably doing somebody else's job and not really overthinking it. Because you're like, well, it needs to get done. Meanwhile, they get paid just as much or more than you, and they're not earning it. You're the one earning their paycheck and your paycheck. It's just an analogy. If you're willing to pull back and really see it, I feel like this can change the whole dynamic. Because Sag, I think Sag is quite, adept. Like, wait a minute, I can just do this a different way. And I can just make sure that I spend my time in certain places where I don't have the access to do their stuff for them. And I can set this up where I legitimately don't have access to do their stuff for them. So if they get mad, well, hey, I got other responsibilities now. I can't help you. If you see it, you'll find the way to do it. I keep getting that you'll find the way to do it. And then things will balance out for you, especially if you see somebody doing that in whatever aspect they're doing that. If you're doing your job and their job or whatever it is that needs to get done, and then you kind of move your schedule around so you physically can't be there to do it for them, and it just literally falls on them, they should be able to do it anyway. You might get a really good change here. A really, 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 really good change. The thing is, they're going to try to make you feel bad for them. If you do that, they're going to try to make you feel bad for them. Don't play into that. Do yourself a favor. Don't play into it. See it for what it really is. You know what I mean? Especially, I like using the job analogy because it's kind of like you're both getting $100, but they're doing 70% of the work. You're doing 130. That's not right. And if you're going to do 130% and get paid $130, and they're going to do 70%, they're going to get paid $70. But how often does that work out? Don't feel bad for them. Do yourself a favor. Don't feel bad for them. Like, step back and just decide, is that real? Is that valid? Should I actually have to break myself in two so that they can be happy? Or should I do my fair share and then they should do their fair share? What does this one say? Be the real you. I see all the rainbow colors going out here. If you do this and you stick to it, certain people are not going to like you. I hate to say it, but that's kind of a good thing. Because the reason they may not like you is because they can't use you. And if they don't like you because they can't use you, like use you as in like you're a commodity, use you as in like, you know what I mean? Not in a good, not like it's not utilize, but use. Like, be careful. If they can't take advantage of you, that's the word I should be using. If that's why they don't like you is because they can't take advantage of you, that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Be aware of it. You could change your whole connection with this situation, and it may regroup things, it may realign things, and they may want you nowhere near them. That might open up different opportunities for you. That might open up different doors. It's just something to be aware of. But honestly, if somebody doesn't like you because you won't let them take advantage of you, why would you want them to like you? The right people will, like when you have those boundaries, people who also have boundaries like that better. It's not like you're not gonna have opportunities. You just may have opportunities with different people. Other people who are like, yes, you honor your own boundaries, I honor my own boundaries, and that way we can all work together as a unit, and we don't have to worry about somebody burning themselves out because we all are honoring our boundaries. People who honor their own boundaries are attracted to other people who honor their own boundaries. It seems to work well. Like, people who have respectable boundaries, you'll attract that. You'll go closer to that. People, again, may not like you because you won't let them take advantage of you. That's okay. They can go away. You don't need them anyway. Why would you want that? I don't know. It's up to you. There will always be an emotional pull. If you're able to do this and you take this opportunity and you do this, it's not just like one and done. There will always be that emotional pull where somebody wants to take your energy, somebody wants to take advantage of you. The more you say no to it, the more you notice it. The more you say no to it, you're going to find that certain people just don't like you, and that's an okay thing. That's not bad. We don't need people who want to just take advantage of us liking us. What's the point? I'm not a Sag, but you know what I mean. This could open a whole new door and a whole new revelation to your life. A whole new era to your life could open because of this. If you could find a way to do this, this is the first step. Once you do it the first time, you're like, okay, I got this down. Then it's just getting yourself to stay in that energy, to stay with those boundaries. And it'll open up a whole new era for you. You could actually do this. This could actually move life to where you want it to be versus where it's been all this time. That's if this certain area of your life is not going the way you want. I think we're good. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.